Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video, I will be talking about the Washington football team being interested in signing Allen Robinson, and also talking about if the Washington football team should try to trade for Ravens tackle Orlando Brown Jr. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so first let's start off with the Allen Robinson report, and then after that we'll talk about Orlando Brown and the possibility of trading for him. So this was a story done by Jeremy Fowler where he kind of predicted where each player would land or the best fit for them, and he said the best fit for Allen Robinson is Washington. Washington almost landed Amari Cooper last free agency. They won't miss this time. That's a really interesting quote right there. Washington is exhausting all options at the quarterback position and wants to surround the position with weaponry. And of course, the big thing is if they do get a quarterback, because Allen Robinson is the best wide receiver free agent this offseason, and he isn't going to want to come to a team with no quarterback. And I know a lot of people like Kyle Allen and Taylor Heineke, but they aren't proven, and I don't think Allen Robinson will never come here. So we will have to address that position and upgrade it if we want to attract big name wide receivers that have already gotten paid, and that includes Allen Robinson. He's been really frustrated the last few years with the Bears. He got way more money to sign with the Bears over a team like the Packers, and they just haven't had a stable quarterback position. And of course, it's no surprise that we're going to be interested in signing him because receiver is one of our biggest needs. The biggest question is he going to be interested in coming to us? That just depends on the quarterback situation, in my opinion. But we all know Allen Robinson is a beast. This past year, in 16 games, we've had about 1,250 yards, 6 touchdowns. Obviously, with not great quarterback play from Mitch Trubisky, Nick Foles. The year before that had 1,147 yards and 7 touchdowns. So he's had a really good career. Jacksonville 2015, 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns. Again, with Blake Bortles as his quarterback. So he's quarterback proof. And if we can get an upgrade over quarterback, or if we can get an upgrade at the quarterback position, I really think he could come here. The big thing with him, though, is the price tag is going to be really, really high. Probably going to be $18+ million a year. A lot of people are saying 20. Who knows what it's going to be? The cap is also going up from what we thought it was going to be. A lot of people were saying $175 million. It's now looking like 100 to 181. Or 180 to 181. So that's a lot better. That gives us about $6 million more in cap space than we thought we would have. So, I would love to get Allen Robinson. He's a good deep threat, intermediate threat as well. He's one of the best contested catch receivers in the NFL and is a good route runner. So he has everything. It's just going to cost a lot of money. So I would like to sign him, but we're going to have to make an upgrade at the quarterback position to get him in DC. That's just my opinion right there. But yeah, and his, fit with Terry McLaurin would be great. It would create a lot of matchup nightmares and would help out, especially for getting a young quarterback. It would help that young quarterback out a lot, and is going to help Terry out a lot too, because he's not going to be constantly double teamed. They're going to have to cover both of these guys who are both number 1 receivers in the NFL, in my opinion. So now let's get into the report about Orlando Brown. And of course, this is Jason LaConfora, but a lot of other people have talked about it. And Orlando Brown himself saying that he wants to play left tackle and not right tackle. And I'll read this tweet right here. Hearing multiple teams interested in Ravens Pro Bowl offensive tackle Orlando Brown, who has permission to seek a trade based on level of interest. Good chance a trade that makes sense for all parties comes together. Brown has a strong relationship with the Ravens, who would want value for him. And, he wants to play left tackle. He's playing right tackle right now because the Ravens have an all-pro left tackle across from him in Ronnie Stanley. So that's why he's playing right tackle, and he's frustrated. He's going to get a new deal, I do believe, after this coming season. So after the 2021 season. So not only are you going to have to trade for him, but you're also going to have to you're going to have to pay him as well, but he's one of the better left tackles in the NFL. And like Washington football team today tweeted out, I mean, that would make our offensive line just amazing. I mean, you have Orlando Brown at left tackle, you have Wes Schweitzer at left guard, or Sadiq Charles at left guard. You have Chase Roulier at center, and at right guard, you're going to have Brandon Sheriff, of course, if we do re-sign him, and Morgan Moses at right tackle. That would be, if healthy, one of the best offensive lines in football. Definitely top 10, could even be better if they stay healthy, and maybe if Sadiq Charles, turns out to be what we thought he would be. And of course, if we trade for him, that means Sadiq Charles is going to be playing guard instead of tackle. But Orlando Brown is a proven commodity, would be a high price. I'm not sure what it would be really, because he's one of the better tackles, but he's going to have to get a new deal soon. Played really well this year. I'm thinking a second round pick. Some Ravens fans are thinking more than a first. Who knows at this point? It's hard to tell. Laramie Tunsil got traded for more than 2 first round picks. Obviously, Laramie Tunsil was better, but also it was the Texans and Bill O'Brien who did make the trade. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. But Orlando Brown here would make us, again, both of these moves that I talked about today would help out our quarterback a lot and make him a lot more comfortable. So whether that is a younger quarterback that we take in the draft, or we trade for a guy, this is going to help out that quarterback, because offensive line wise, they played a lot better than we expected this year. And I'm definitely fine with sticking with this O-line group, but I also would not mind making an upgrade at left tackle. But if we don't do that, then we'll see what Sadiq Charles or Cornelius Lucas, what they do this offseason. Regardless, I'm happy with the way our offensive line has turned out. Just re-sign Sheriff, and we'll see what we do from there. Orlando Brown is an option. Alejandro Villanueva. There's other guys as well, but we got some good guys here in DC as well. And one more quick thing about this quote. I think that it was interesting where he said Washington almost landed Amari Cooper last free agency. They won't miss this time. So that is interesting right there. Whether that means that they're going to get Allen Robinson, or if it's someone like Corey Davis or Marvin Jones, Chris Godwin, guys like that. It's going to be very interesting to see what we're able to do this offseason, but I do definitely think we're going to make a big upgrade at the wide receiver position, whether it be a wide receiver 1 or a wide receiver 2. We will see that, in a few weeks. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. And just let me know, how much are you willing to pay for Allen Robinson, and how much are you willing to trade to get Orlando Brown, because it's going to cost picks plus money that you have to use to extend them. So thank you guys for watching, and peace.